Oh my God, Jacob, this price action it's beautiful. My God, it's prettier than a bikini wax. What's going on, guys? Gabe here with ReviewDork. Now we're looking at the minute chart. We see that AMC has broken through a very key level, and that is 44.32. Boom, boom, candles, baby. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour daily, because this really gives us a clear picture of what's happening with AMC. And then we're going to jump into the daily, and this is where my conviction is being drawn from. Not necessarily the 4-hour, but the daily. I always reference the MACD here. It's one of the simplest, easiest indicators to visualize and be able to interpret. So we now have the MACD line crossing above the signal line, and the MACD line would be orange for me, crossing above the blue line. We also have the histogram showing a very strong surge in buying demand. People are buying the stock. The only thing that hedgies have over any single one of you. And guys, I have a really cool story to tell you about a guy named Dan and his brother Greg. Now, don't be like Dan, but be more like Greg. All right, so we're looking at the histogram here, and this is the daily. And we can see that the MACD, or the orange line, is converging on the blue line. This tells me that over the next trading days, we will officially enter the buying cycle. The histogram is showing the red here, and as you can see, it reached a peak, and then you're getting a lighter pink color, kind of like the end of your wife's period, right? You know it's coming. Guys, yes, this day has come, but why did it happen in the first place? Well, we're going to get into that in a second. Let's go ahead and look at Vortex data, because yesterday was a big boom boom kind of run, but short interest remains pretty damn near the same. Let's talk about Dan, my man. And yesterday I got a random email. There's a gentleman from New York, a art teacher, reaches out to me, says, hey, I'm staying with my brother in Lake Nona. Would love to meet you in Applejacks. Well, Applejacks was already in La La Land by that time, so I said, screw it, all right, let's meet up. And within the first few minutes, he told me, you're not gonna like what I did. And immediately, I called him a paper-handed bitch. At that point, he signed up for the ReviewDork experience. And honest to God, I asked to FaceTime his wife. And Dan, if you see this video, you make sure you comment down in the comment section, because this is a world of proof or ban. And I bullshit you guys not. And I said, your husband's a paper-handed bitch. She laughed. She got the gist of it. But Dan redeemed himself. And Dan bought shares today. Congratulations, Dan. But in the conversation, now, of course, everyone asks me those $1 million questions. When's the squeeze? And, you know, if I knew I'd have a 1-900 number. The only thing that disappointed me about yesterday was the email that I received from Dan. I was really hoping it was actually a hooker giving me a Groupon promo code for apes, 25% off. Dan shared with me, and he gave me some insight. Me being a trader for some time, and we've learned to take emotion off the table. This is the only way you win, guys. There is a big difference between fuck and you running your wife and say, oh my God, I lost everything. There's another difference with fuck, I gotta call the bank and ask for another $4 billion. The emotional impact is severely different, and the hedgies know this. It's not their money. They really don't care. And they know, and their investors know, this is a long-term game. But we're in this for tendies, and we want it now. So the psychological impact is, and I see this, it affects every single one of you. This man was nervous. He wanted me to help him build that conviction. It really taught me something. You see, I'm on camera, and I don't get to interact with you guys on a one-on-one basis. And I would surely love to, but I really have to really humble myself to the fact that a lot of you are scared. You know, things are a little different over time. You will build the skill set that you will be able to detach yourself from your investment and not make it emotional. Now, Dan's a great guy. He's a sculptor, and he promised me he would sculpt me some art. And Dan, if you're watching, I want you to sculpt me some really big diamond encrusted nuts. And while you're sculpting this, I really want you to look at yourself and say, do I have balls this big? Next time you text me and say, Gabe, I sewed, you're dead to me. I really think that the biggest culprit in your emotions being essentially fucked with is two things. We give hedgies way too much credit. And on Twitter, I talked about this. We look at the DD, we look at everything, and the narrative just really gives hedgies way too much power. Like this omni-powerful being that can do what they want at will. They really have no power. The only power they have is emotions. It's not their money, but it is your money. Number two, the most critical piece of advice that I could give every single one of you is do not fantasize your life with money. He's a teacher. He makes a good living. He had a fear of losing it all, which was interesting because losing it all would mean he would lose his $40,000 investment. He would also lose his job. He would lose his family. He would lose life as he knows it. That's losing it all. Money's money. When you detach yourself from it, and most importantly, do not make future plans with it. The future plans are what's giving you guys so much fucking anxiety. Woo, well, Lambo. The big house. I asked him, it was a very, very candid question. What do you want to do with this money? And he said, you know, I want my kids to be able to come to me and I want to be like, here, I got you. No, that's not why you're in this play. If that's your mindset, you will go as broke as you go rich. And then this squeeze play, pointless. Detach yourself from money. Detach yourself from emotions. Erase the plans, the fantasies that you have in your head about the future and what your life will be like. Because trust me, guys, you could have all the money in the world and you're still fucking miserable. And I've learned that through the course of my life. So that being said, guys, do not let the hedgies win. Do not give them that much power. They do not control your future. They do not control the price. They do not control the stock. And shout out to Adam Aaron, who is now CEO and chairman of AMC stock. This is Gabe. I'm signing out. It's going to be a boom boom day. Peace.